Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Memorable Life. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel Memorable Life and click on the bell icon. If you feel the video is informative, please share and click on thumbs up icon. Please give your suggestions through comments.
Give me liberty, or give me death.
But what of this other world? Here, men insisted that progress lay in killing freedom. Here, they were putting out the lighthouses, one by one. Here, the march of history was reversing itself. Causes and events leading up to our entry into the war. Well, what are the causes? Why are we Americans on the march? Is it because of Pearl Harbor? Is that why we are fighting? Or is it because of Britain, France, China, Czechoslovakia, Norway, Holland, Greece, Belgium, Albania, Yugoslavia, or Russia? Just what was it made us change our way of living overnight? What turned our resources, our machines, our whole nation into one vast arsenal, producing more and more weapons of war instead of the old materials of peace? What put us into uniform, ready to engage the enemy on every continent and every ocean?
In 1939, Hitler private discussions declared Britain the main enemy to be defeated, and that Poland's eradication was a necessary start for that goal. On the 3rd of April, Hitler ordered the military to prepare for Fall Weiss, which was the German strategic plan for the invasion of Poland. The German military high command finalized its operational orders on the 15th of June 1939, and the invasion commenced on the 1st of September, which gave rise to World War II. Hitler was concerned that a military attack against Poland could result in an early war with Britain. On the 1st of September 1939, Germany invaded Western Poland.
In defiance of British and French warnings, the Nazis, after making a secret non-aggression pact with Russia, invaded Poland September 1st, 1939, with their smashing blitzkrieg tactics. The heroic Poles fought the invaders with a courage that was phenomenal, but futile against overwhelming odds. The fiery curtain to Act One of World War II was raised. Britain and France declared war. The die was cast.
In response, Britain and France declared war on Germany on the 3rd of September. The 17th of September, Soviet forces invaded eastern Poland. On the 9th of April, German forces invaded Denmark and Norway. On the same day, Hitler proclaimed the birth of the Greater Germanic Reich, was the official state name of the political entity that Nazi Germany tried to establish in Europe during World War II. In May 1940, Germany attacked France and conquered Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and Belgium. These victories prompted Mussolini to have Italy join forces with Hitler on the 10th of June. Britain, whose troops were forced to evacuate France by sea from Dunkirk.
Absolutely.
The French army was fast disintegrating. British forces were saved from annihilation or capture by the miraculous evacuation at Dunkirk.
The Battle of the Atlantic, the longest continuous military campaign in World War II, ran from 1939 to the defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945, covering a major part of the naval history of World War II. Hitler made peace introduction to the new British leader, Winston Churchill, a British statesman who served as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 1945 during the Second World War, best known for his wartime leadership as Prime Minister. And upon their rejection, he ordered a series of aerial attacks on Royal Air Force airbases and radar stations in southeast England. On the 7th of September, the systematic nightly bombing of London began. The German Air Force failed to defeat the Royal Air Force, which was known as the Battle of Britain, in which the Royal Air Force, RAF, and the Fleet Air Arm, FAA, of the Royal Navy defended the United Kingdom, UK, against large-scale attacks by Nazi Germany's Air Force, the Luftwaffe. It has been described as the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces. By the end of September, Hitler realized that air advantage for the invasion of Britain in Operation Sea Lion could not be achieved, and ordered the operation postponed. The nightly air raids on British cities intensified and continued for months, including London, Plymouth, and Coventry. On the 27th of September 1940, the Tripartite Pact, also known as the Berlin Pact, was an agreement between Germany, Italy, and Japan, was signed in Berlin by Sabor Caruso of Imperial Japan, Hitler, and Italian Foreign Minister Galeazzo Ciano, and later expanded to include Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria, thus yielding the Axis powers. The Allies, later known formally as the United Nations, its principal members by 1941 were the United Kingdom, United States, Soviet Union, and China. In early 1941, German forces were deployed to North Africa, Middle East, Libya. Hitler set the invasion of Yugoslavia, Greece. In May, German forces were sent to support Iraqi forces fighting against the British, and to invade. The Battle of Crete, fought on the Greek island of Crete, on the 20th of May 1941, when Nazi Germany began an airborne invasion of Crete. Greek and other Allied forces, along with Cretan civilians, defended the island. After one day of fighting, the Germans had suffered heavy casualties, and the Allied troops were confident that they would defeat the invasion. On the 22nd of June 1941, breaking the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact of 1939, over 3 million Axis troops attacked the Soviet Union.
In June 1941, Hitler suddenly unleashed his forces against Soviet Russia. Sorely wounded, the Russian bear retreated, falling back before the onrushing Nazi legions.
This offensive, codenamed Operation Barbarossa, was intended to destroy the Soviet Union and grab its natural resources for future attack against the Western powers. The invasion conquered a huge area, including the Baltic republics, Belarus, and West Ukraine. By early August 1941, Axis troops had advanced 500 kilometers and won the Battle of Smolensk, which was the second phase of the Operation Barbarossa. Hitler ordered to temporarily halt its advance to Moscow. His generals disagreed with this change and caused a crisis among the military leadership. During this crisis, Hitler appointed himself as head of the High Command of the Army of Nazi Germany. On the 7th of December 1941, Japan attacked the American fleet based at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii.
It was a quiet Sunday morning in Hawaii. A newly risen sun shone on beautiful Oahu. It was symbolic. It was the last time we were to be caught napping by a rising sun. The surprise attack was a staggering blow to our Navy at Pearl Harbor.
Since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, 1941, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
American casualties and damage. 4 days later, Hitler declared war against the United States. On the 18th of December 1941, Himmler asked Hitler what to do with the Jews of Russia. So Hitler replied, "Exterminate them as partisans." In late 1942, German forces were defeated in the Second Battle of El Alamein that took place near the Egyptian railway halt of El Alamein. Hitler was overconfident by his earlier victories in 1940. Hitler became distrustful of his army high command and began to interfere in military and planning, with damaging results. Channel Memorable Life. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel Memorable Life and click on the bell icon. If you feel the video is informative, please share and click on thumbs up icon. Please give your suggestions through comments.